My parents were active gardeners. They both came from farm families. And so when I was a kid, I was exposed to that. And they farmed in an era when the majority of the farms in the United States were family farms. And that changed radically in the last 50 years, so that the majority of farms nowadays are not family farms. They're large, basically corporate farms. And the way farmers worked and who they were and so forth, and how they treated the land and how they treated animals and so forth changed during that time period in ways that I don't think have been very healthy. But nowadays there's a lot of smaller farmers that are popping up. So here in Eugene, for example, we have dozens and dozens of really, really amazing community-supported agriculture, CSA, farms all over the place. And they benefit from the kind of thing that I'm doing, because I think as people grow their own food, they come to have an appreciation for locally grown food, and their standards go up. Since I've lived here in Eugene, I've had gardens pretty much continuously, and active gardens. But it really has been, I think, in the last 5 or 6 years that I've kind of intensified things and really, jumped in with both feet. It's one of the most pleasurable, things that I do in life. It's really a nice treat to be able to go outside and watch my bees, for example. Just see what they're up to. That's always good fun. Or to pick something, or to go do some little garden task as a means of just kind of injecting a little bit of sanity and diversity back into what otherwise would be a pretty boring, just office life. And then, of course, there's the food. Like in the summertime, I eat better than anybody I know, because I grow gigantic quantities of super, super good food. And I've gotten it to the point where I've got good variety. So I've got all kinds of wonderful vegetables and fruits, and I've got bees, and I've got chickens, and I've got a tea garden now that I grow my own tea herbs in, and I've got berries and whatnot. As long as I can remember, I've just had this. I've also had this this deep sense that that miracles are all around, basically, if you just slow down enough to watch them and look for them. And I find that to be totally true about gardening. So, if I just slow down enough and sit in my garden, I see the most amazing things on a daily basis. And I think food production is basic to human life, and food security is something that is should be at the top of every community's concern list. Because if you stop to think how vulnerable we are as a population in only being able to get our food by going to a supermarket, it's kind of shocking, and that's something that that just about everybody can change in small ways and in large ways by just by gardening, basically. The one of the other benefits that I forgot to mention is that my garden's it's a super attractor for people, and I probably meet every summer 20 new people that I haven't met who are just walking by, and I'll be out working maybe, or I'll see them looking at the garden, enjoying it. I'll come down and strike up a conversation. And so in my garden right now, I have probably 5 families eating out of my garden on an active basis in the summertime, getting major quantities of food, and it's created this little this little community, totally not planned, just kind of happened. People like to get out, they like the sunshine, they like to grow, they like to eat, and so forth. And that's magic too.